Churchill Pukatawagan.
Mr. Speaker, we now have an accurate picture of the infrastructure gap facing First Nations, and the numbers are truly vile. $350 billion. This is First Nations like Shamattawa facing a housing crisis. It's the long-term boil water advisory in Pukatawagan and 27 other First Nations. It's crumbling schools like the one in Tataskweyak Cree Nation. It's the forced isolation of communities like Wasagamack and Pauingassi who desperately need an airport. It's unacceptable, but what's this government's solution? Cuts to Indigenous services. Why are the Liberals punishing First Nations for Liberal failures?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my honourable colleague for that very important question, and I really appreciate her passion in this matter. I'm proud to be part of a government that's done more than any other to close the infrastructure gap, and we're investing and working with First Nations, Métis, and Inuit to build healthy, resilient, and prosperous communities for the long term. That's why we're supporting over 9,000 infrastructure projects, including the Indigenous-led Waterway Power, which is connecting 17 diesel-independent First Nations communities to the Ontario power grid. We're going to continue following Indigenous leadership to address the infrastructure priorities from coast to coast to coast. We know there is more work that needs to be done. We're committed to building this work with First Nations, Inuit, and Métis partners.